Hey everyone! Today, I've got a story that's going to make you stop and think about something we all take for granted: time. It's the story of an old man, his lazy son, and how one simple lesson changed everything. You won't want to miss this, because by the end of it, you might just look at time a little differently. So let's get started. Once upon a time in a small village, there lived an old man and his son. The son was lazy, unmotivated, and wasted his days doing nothing. While other young men in the village were out working hard, building lives for themselves, this boy would just wander around aimlessly, never helping his father or contributing to the household. The old man was frustrated. No matter what he said or did, his son didn't change. But one day the father came up with a plan to teach his son a valuable lesson. He called his son over and said, "Son, I need you to do something for me. There's an old watch in the cupboard. Go grab it." The boy, curious but not particularly interested, fetched the watch. It was old, with a worn-out leather strap, and didn't look very special. "Now," said the father, "I want you to take this watch into town and ask everyone you meet how much they think it's worth." The son thought it was a strange request, but he agreed. He took the watch and headed into town. As he moved from person to person, he asked them, "How much do you think this watch is worth?" Some said it was worth $10. Others said maybe $20. A few people even suggested it could be worth $50. The son returned home and reported back to his father. "Dad," he said, "everyone gave me different prices for the watch. Some said $10, others said $50. The old man nodded. "All right, son. Now I want you to do something different tomorrow. I want you to take the watch back into town, but this time, don't ask how much the watch is worth. Ask people how much the time on the watch is worth." The son was confused. How could time on a watch have a price? But he followed his father's instructions. The next day, he went back into town, walked up to the same people and asked, "How much do you think the time on this watch is worth?" This time, people looked at him like he'd lost his mind. Some laughed in his face, others just walked away, and a few even told him to stop wasting their time. "The time on the watch doesn't have a price," they said. "What kind of question is that?" Frustrated and feeling defeated, the boy wandered to the far end of town, where he found a small shop run by an old man. The boy asked the shopkeeper the same question. "How much is the time on this watch worth?" The old shopkeeper smiled kindly and said, "Son, the time you're asking about can't be measured in dollars. It's priceless. No amount of money can buy back even a single second of your life once it's gone. That's why it's so important to make the most of the time you have. Use it wisely." The boy was stunned. The weight of the shopkeeper's words hit him hard. He realized what his father had been trying to teach him all along. He rushed back home and said to his father, "I understand now, Dad. Time is the most valuable thing we have, and I've been wasting it." The old man smiled. "That's right, son. Time keeps moving, whether we use it well or not. The difference is in how we spend it. You can waste it, or you can use it to build something meaningful." From that day on, the boy was different. He no longer wasted his days wandering around aimlessly. He helped his father, worked hard, and began to set goals for his life. He understood that time was a gift, and he didn't want to waste it anymore. And that, my friends, is the story of how a lazy boy learned the value of time. It's easy to take time for granted because it's always there, ticking away. But once it's gone, we can never get it back. Time is free, but it's priceless. No matter how rich or poor you are, we all have the same 24 hours in a day. What you do with those hours is what makes the difference. So, take a moment to reflect on how you're spending your time. Are you using it to move forward, grow, and live a life of meaning? Or are you letting it slip away? If this story resonated with you, don't forget to like and share it with others. And if you want more stories like this, make sure to subscribe. Until next time, make every second count, because once it's gone, you can never get it back.